from the year 1995 in the Journal-Tribune. Last frame for Candlepin Bowling in Biddeford by Jack Bowdoin. Regulars at the 20th Century Lanes and Sports Bar in Biddeford remember when the 4 bowling lanes tucked away in the watering hole's back corner like some unwanted in-laws were 8 across, dominating the second floor of the Franklin Street establishment. A handful of the bar's patrons, like John Foran, even remember strings, sometimes frames, they played there many years ago. I bowled a 165 here once, the 42-year-old Foran recalls. That was a long time ago. I was like 17 at the time. But the occasional testimony and a 1938 newspaper clipping posted on the wall are all that signify that the 20th century had been the kingpin of Candlepin bowling when it opened. Now the 20th century is about to remove its last 4 lanes, a move that some proprietors say epitomizes a pastime in distress. The lanes basically bring in no money, building owner Scott Cochran explains. I'm looking to take them out. Cochran's move signals an end, at least temporarily, to Candlepin bowling in Biddeford, a city that at one time supported 42 bowling lanes in 3 different bowling centers. A Main Street alley closed in 1983, its 10 lanes stripped and now used by a refrigeration company. Almost a decade later, the 24-lane rollaway lanes on Elm Street was converted to a funeral home. There's no mistaking that the sport is suffering, admits resident Mike O'Brien, an expert bowler who manages the Big 20 Bowling Center in Scarborough. It is in decline, he says. You hate to say that because it's the business you're in, but that's just the case. And it's not only in Biddeford, but throughout York County. 5 years ago, Owen Martin, Sanford's own bowling kingpin, shut down the alleys his father installed at the Musam Falls Tavern in 1959, and now gets by on the 24 lanes he operates at Bowlerama. It used to be you figured on 1 lane for every 1,000 people, Martin said. But a Candlepin colleague from Canada told him the formula has changed now to 1 lane for every 5,000 people. That's 20 lanes for 100,000 people, he says, shaking his head. Still, Martin says the news is not all bad. There might have been a decline, he allows, but it's not the demise of bowling. We're not worried about dying out.